In this video, I will show you how to test if a cell contains a specific text in Excel like this. So let's get started. Here in this Excel sheet, I have a table containing a list of transactions containing transaction descriptions. Now I want to assign a fuel category if the description contains petrol and assign the category name other for every other expense in the list. To do that, I will use the search and isNumber functions. The search function returns the position of the substring within the string. If the substring is not found, it returns a value error. Let's start the formula by typing an equal sign in the target cell. Since we want to search for the text petrol inside the description text, I will provide the text petrol as the first and cell B3 as the second argument of the search function like this. Hit the enter key and copy the formula to other cells. As you can see, the search function returned the position of the petrol text if found within the description, otherwise it returned a value error. For example, the first transaction does not contain the text, so we got the value error. In the second transaction, the petrol text is located at the 7th character, so it returned 7. Since I want to test if the cell contains the text petrol, I will need either a true or false value instead of the output of the search function. So I will use the isNumber function. The isNumber function returns true if the argument is a valid number, false otherwise. I will provide the search function as an argument of the isNumber function like this. If the text is found, we will get its position as the number, so the isNumber function returns a true value. If the text is not found, the search function returns the value error, which is not a valid number. So the isNumber function returns a false value, as you can see from the output. Finally, I want to assign the fuel category if the transaction contains the text petrol, so I will use the if function to do that. I will provide the existing formula as the first argument of the if function as the condition argument, fuel as the value if the condition is true, and other as the value if the condition is false like this. Hit the enter key and copy the formula to other cells. As you can see, we now have the category as fuel if the transaction contains the text petrol and the other category for every other expense. The search function is not case sensitive. For example, in this table, the petrol word is in lower, upper and mixed cases, but the search function still found the position of the text. If you want a case sensitive if condition, you can replace the search function with the find function. Since both of these functions share a similar syntax, we just need to change the function name from search to find in the formula like this. Hit the enter key and copy the formula to other cells. As you can see, this case sensitive if formula only returned the fuel category if and only if the case of the text petrol matches the description. Watch these videos for more Excel tips, tricks and how-to tutorials. If you find this video useful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.